Welcome back, everybody. My name is the TF Boy, and we are going to continue looking at this IGN article. Now, why are we still looking at this? We already saw Soundwave and Blaster. Well, it's not because we've gotten an update to specifically Soundwave and Blaster, but if we scroll down here, the article updated with characters. Oh, god damn it. There we go. Updated with the Omnibots. So as you can see, we have the three different Omnibots: Camshaft, Downshift, and Overdrive. And just because of the way the IGN format is, the only thing you can't see based off of this is the star count. Overdrive is 9 stars, Camshaft is 8, and Downshift is also 8. So what can we deter from this? Well, each Omnibot has a unique ability based on their upgrades. Camshaft reads, at the start of your first turn, you may play an armor onto one of your Omnibots. Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. Downshift reads, at the start of your first turn, you may play a weapon. And Overdrive refers to a utility. In addition, also, their bot mode abilities. I probably should have gone into this one at a time. It's probably not the end of the world. Downshift reads, whenever you have a weapon, when one of your Omnibots with a weapon attacks, he gets bold equal to the number of Omnibots that have a weapon. And this is very similar to the other ones, where Overdrive gives them focus per Omnibot with utility, and Camshaft gives them tough per Omnibot with armor. It doesn't matter which Omnibot you attack with, so if you've got two Omnibots with armor, and one of them defends that has said armor, that Omnibot will get tough too. And that likewise works with the other one when it comes to bold and focus. So what can we deter from each Omnibot? Well, first off, they're all cars, which I think is semi-relevant. You can definitely use them to get some pretty decent tempo in the early game. The idea of playing an action upgrade and utility on the start of your first turn, if you run all three, is, I think, very strong tempo-wise. And I think Omnibots could be a deck that could benefit from going second. Because maybe you want to build your deck so that your actions are primarily things like card draw. Maybe you run things like Confidence, Pep Talk, Treasure Hunt are probably the best options for you. That way in turn 1 you can more or less try to guarantee at least 2 out of 3 of the upgrades and get that armor, get that utility, and whatnot. But like I said, if you're going second, you could play the action and then play each of the upgrades due to the Omnibot's own ability. So I think that's pretty powerful. In terms of synergies, it's also important to note that Sergeant Overdrive, being the one that has the utility, get back over here, is also a leader. So, things like Matrix could be quite relevant in a deck like this. It's also very interesting to note that you could run these Omnibots outside of an Omnibot deck per se. Some of their alternate mode abilities with the start of the game would still trigger. Maybe you want to go a defensive card deck for some reason. And, whoops, that's not the right Omnibot. Where are you? Yes. Camshaft. Maybe you want to go a defensive car build. Maybe you want to get, multiple armors on turn 1 so that even if your opponent has disruption, unless they have, exactly Bastion Shield and ramming speed on, their second turn, you could pretty much guarantee that one of your Omnibots is going to stick with said armor. And maybe try to, keep it up, out-tempo the opponent. And even when it comes to the Omnibot's ability, Camshaft does trigger off of himself. So if he does have an armor, he does gain tough 1 if he's the only Omnibot you have on the team. Or is the only Omnibot that has an armor, but that's not the point here. So I like these, actually. I think they're pretty interesting. I also like that Camshaft specifically is a specialist, which I think is a big deal. And then we look at Downshift. Oh my goodness, this IGN article is actually annoying to work with. Downshift is, of course, reliant on weapons. And he's a ranged character. So, you could take advantage of things like armed hovercraft, things like, there's probably some other ranged weapons I can't remember off the top of my head, but you get the idea. And of course, if he has a weapon and he's attacking, he gets bold 1. Very straightforward. The other card that I think could work with this, it's a shame that this was the convention exclusive. Do you remember the battle card All Out Attack? Does that sound familiar? If not, it's a action card. I don't even remember if it has any icons. That just reads all of your characters can attack, which I think could be relevant. If again, it came with the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive of last year. They came with Slipstream, Cliff Jumper, 1 tandem targeting system, and 1 all-out attack. So getting 3 of those, whew, that's asking a lot. But if you do, I think it could work pretty well here because, again, you're getting massive tempo in the form of potentially playing a bunch of upgrades and maybe playing all-out attack on your first turn. I mean, granted, your first turn, you're going to have 4 cards in hand. So the nut draw is, of course, all-out attack and 3 different upgrades. And then you just play your entire hand. You say go. You probably get, if you want the most damage, you'd probably transform downshift, as you can see, to bomb mode. And say go, because that has the most damage output on turn 1. You could argue overdrive with focus, but that depends on how your deck is built. But anyways, that's how I think the Omnibots might play out. Now, granted, should play out. Now, I don't think it might play out, because again, all-out attack is stupidly expensive, and if you ever get 3 of them, by God. But yeah, overall, I think they're cool. They're gonna be on at San Diego Comic-Con for $15 in a pack that will contain all 3. We don't know if there's any Omnibot exclusive battle cards that comes with it. The article hasn't said anything. If it does, I hope it's at least 3 copies of whatever they are. However, if you're not a San Diego Comic-Con, these will be purchased from Hasbro. You can purchase this from Hasbro Pulse. And as someone who collects physical Transformers and uses Hasbro Pulse semi-frequently, I don't hate them. They're fine. I don't have any complaints with their service so far. Other than pre-orders take a little longer than they should compared to other websites, but that's not important. But overall, I like these Omnibots. Like I said, they've got car synergy, so you got things like turbo boosters, start your engines that can definitely be beneficial with it. Just allowing them to get these early upgrades and get this early tempo could definitely help them get some extra output and not allow your opponent to have as much time as they like to set up certain things, whether it be like a combiner or maybe something defensive oriented, to get those extra upgrades and whatnot. Who knows? But I think these are fine. I don't think these are going to be the end all be all. The stats on them are not super great either, but they're not the worst. 12 health for an 8-star cost is not unrealistic. Their attacks are quite low. We got, of course, come on. Downshift and what's the other guy? Camshaft both have 3-11-1 in car mode and 4-11-1 in bot mode, whereas the other guy, Overdrive, is 3-12-1 and 4-12-1, I believe. Yep, 4-12-1. Bear in mind, Overdrive is 9 stars, and the other 2 are 8. So we'll see how it goes. I don't hate the deck, or I don't hate the Omnibots. I think they could be fine. I hope there's a synergy card with them that maybe, I don't know. The best kind of idea for this deck would be like when you put this on an Omnibot, you like draw a card. If it's an upgrade, you can play it. Actually, no, that's stupidly powerful. Don't. Well, I guess that's like the specialist one. I don't know. Never mind. I'm gonna get going though. Yeah, I hope this was informative. Like I said, they're on IGN's website, same place as the Soundwave deck, and we still have yet to see at the time of this recording what the Soundwave and Blaster exclusive battle cards are gonna be. So here's hoping they're cool, and here's hoping, yeah. I mean, overall, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a bigger fan of Soundwave and Blaster, just because of the dynamic you can build with the deck. But don't get me wrong, Omnibots are cool, and I could see some definitely sort of mid-range style deck be built with them. But for now, that's all for now. My name is the TF Boy, and I hope you guys have a good day. TF out.